Welcome to the Soccer Tavern, where we're discussing the history, culture, and philosophy of the beautiful game. My name is Dave, and in this video we're talking about the Japanese men's national soccer team's history. Pull up a seat and let's start the discussion. The country of Japan has a population of about 127 million people. It's located on an island just off of the eastern coast of the continent of Asia. The Japanese National Soccer Federation is a member of the AFC, which is the Asian Confederation in FIFA. The Japan national team plays its home matches currently at the Saitama Stadium in Saitama City that holds about 64,000 people. But the team will likely move to playing its home matches at the National Stadium in Tokyo once construction is completed on that in 2019. That's going to hold about 68,000 people initially, but will increase to 80,000 people after the Olympics. One of the most important men involved in the founding of the Japanese Football Association, or JFA, was a man named William Haw. Haw was a British diplomat living in Japan and believed soccer could help deepen relations between the two nations. Through Haw's encouragement, the English FA donated a silver cup to Japan in 1919. The cup was a gift aimed at growing the sport of soccer in Japan and also to help establish a competition between Japanese soccer clubs. With the cup competition seen as a catalyst, Japanese soccer authorities decided to form the JFA in 1921. It has operated under the name of the Japanese Football Association for almost 100 years at time of recording and is one of the oldest soccer federations in Asia. The Japan national team has two nicknames, Nihon Daihyo and Samurai Blues. The Nihon Daihyo nickname just means Japanese representatives in Japanese. It's pretty straightforward. And the Samurai Blues nickname was created by the JFA before the 2006 FIFA World Cup. It was the overwhelming choice in a poll of fans. The phrase combines the word for Japan's ancient warriors, which is samurai, with the color of Japan's national team shirts, which is blue. The JFA has a pretty interesting crest. The country's name of Japan is at the top with the federation's abbreviation of JFA at the bottom. The main element on the crest is a three-legged crow right in the middle. This crow is called a yatagarasu in Japanese, and it is a messenger of the gods in Japanese culture. Additionally, the crow is a skilled navigator, and it's said that this crow was included in the crest to help the ball find its way into the net. In the crow's third leg, it holds the red sun from the Japanese national flag in its talon. The red sun comes from a Japanese legend that Japan was founded in the 7th century BC by Amaterasu, who was the sun goddess. Versions of the crest, including a three-legged crow, date back to June of 1931. The Samurai Blues have appeared at 6 World Cup finals tournaments, including the 2018 World Cup. The country's best ever finish was 9th place, which it achieved in 2002 and 2010. From a continental competition perspective, Japan has participated in 8 Asian Cups. The country has won the Asian Cup on 4 occasions, 1992, 2000, 2004, and 2001. It has won the most Asian Cups of any nation. Japan qualified for the 2018 World Cup by winning Group B of the final round of Asian World Cup qualification. It has been placed in Group H for the 2018 World Cup group stage. I'd like to highlight 3 of the best players in Japan's history in this section. Kunishige Kamamoto was the first Japanese soccer superstar. Kamamoto played forward for the national team in the 1960s and 70s, scoring a ridiculous 80 goals in only 84 games for the national team. The 80 goals is still a Japanese national team record. He was named Japanese Footballer of the Year 7 times in his career and helped Japan win a bronze medal at the 1968 Olympics. That was the country's first major piece of silverware in soccer. Kazuyoshi Miura was a striker for Japan in the 1990s and early 2000s. He scored an impressive 55 goals and 89 caps and was the first ever Japanese player to be named AFC Asian Player of the Year. He received that award in 1993. Miura helped launch the J-League in Japan and won the league's inaugural MVP award. He was also the first ever Japanese player to appear in Serie A, though it didn't quite go well and he returned to Japan shortly after leaving for Europe. Incredibly, Miura's 51 years old and still playing professionally in Japan at time of recording. That is absolutely insane. And the last player I want to mention here is Hidetoshi Nakata. Nakata was a quick and creative attacking midfielder that made a name for himself playing professionally in Italy. He's credited as being the first Asian superstar in the modern age of soccer. Nakata is the only Japanese player to win the AFC Asian Player of the Year award twice, winning it in 1997 and 1998. He's played at 3 World Cups and kind of shockingly retired in 2006 at the age of only 29, citing that soccer had just become business and wasn't fun for him anymore. And for the 2018 World Cup squad, the star player for Japan is going to be Shinji Kagawa. He's an attacking midfielder and playmaker for Borussia Dortmund in Germany. Kagawa is one of the best players ever produced by Japan and will be the attacking hub for the Japanese at the 2018 World Cup. And a breakout player to watch out for is going to be Yoshinori Muto, who is a 25-year-old forward who plays forward for Mainz in Germany. Muto is a hard worker and will look to bring energy to the Japanese attack. Japan has 3 main international rivals: Australia, South Korea, and North Korea. Japan has a budding rivalry with Australia. It's come about since Australia joined the Asian Confederation in 2006. These 2 countries have met in a few important matches over the last decade or so, and that has helped incubate this rivalry. Additionally, both countries came through the same World Cup qualifying group for the 2018 World Cup, which has helped this rivalry continue to grow. Japan and South Korea have had cultural, economic, and military conflicts for more than 1,000 years. Japan occupied the Korean Peninsula for 35 years from 1910 to 1945. These 2 sides first met in 1954 World Cup qualifying, and matches have always been intense because of these previous issues. The 2 got along well enough to co-host the 2002 World Cup, but matches between the 2 countries are always still fierce. And finally, Japan's rivalry with North Korea arises from most of the same items as the South Korea rivalry. The similarities stop with the sides getting along well enough to host a World Cup, as that was not the case between these 2 nations. They still do not get along on the soccer pitch or diplomatically. The Samurai Blues all-time record appearance holder is Yasuhito Endo with 152 caps. The country's all-time record goal scorer is Kunishai Kamamoto, as we previously mentioned. He had 80 goals in his career. And one last interesting fact for you, it took Japan almost 80 years to qualify for its first World Cup, which it did in 1998. Since qualifying for that first World Cup, though, Japan has qualified for every World Cup, which is 6 straight World Cups at time of recording. So there you have it, a bit of history on the Japanese men's national soccer team. If you have anything else to add to the discussion, please let us know in the comment section beneath the video. Thanks for stopping by the Soccer Tavern. Hope to see you again soon. Cheers!